Hi, everybody. Before we get to another great interview, we could really use your help. IMDb, which is the entertainment database, recently named the Too Opinionated podcast one of its top 100 podcasts. This is a monumental feat for this program. You know, we're a father and son team out of a small town in West Virginia, have been doing this for about 5 years. There's 15 million podcasts out there. About 40,000 of those get to the point that they're listed on IMDb. Out of those 40,000 out of the 15 million, we were ranked number 82. Something that we're just immensely proud of. We're so thankful for our listeners, our watchers, our fans. Thank you so, so much. If you would like to help us out, and we're asking for it, please. It's easy. It's really easy. It's free. If you go to IMDb, that's imdb.com, look up Too Opinionated Podcast, and just take a look at the page. That's all you have to do. I mean, you're welcome to look at the cast, look at the episodes so you can kind of see who's been on the program. Do whatever you want. But even just bringing up the page, imdb.com, Too Opinionated Podcast, bring up the page, look at it. That helps us so much. So please, if you can do anything, we would really appreciate that. Our YouTube channel is MeisterCon Pod. Love to have your subscription there. It's also free. And you can also check out our website, meistercon.com, where you'll find almost 700 episodes, audio and video, available on there. There's also a terrific blog from Brett, and it'll let you know anything that we have going on in studio, if we're covering a convention, if we're going on location, anything that we have going on will be on the website, meistercon.com. Thank you guys so, so much. We appreciate you so much. I can't express enough how appreciative we are of all of you. We never expected to do as well as we have, and that's all because of you. Thank you so much. Enjoy that interview. Bye, everybody. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Too Opinionated. So excited today. I've got actor Luciano Leroux with me. So welcome, Luciano.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're talking off camera. You hail from Vancouver, but you're working in Atlanta right now.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Is this your first trip to the States, or I guess you've probably been over a few times?
Yeah. I've been over a few times. I've been to some of the main places like New York, LA, that type of stuff. But Atlanta actually is my first time being here, and yeah, I mean it's a really nice place. I'd say the weather's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
It's sunny right now, but a couple of days ago it was raining and there was a bunch of wind, and it's like
it was
always
cold.
changing. But yeah, I've been to the States before. First time in Atlanta though.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. So let's start this way. Tell me a little bit about what got you into acting, because it's a difficult profession. What made you want to go into that?
Right. It's actually interesting because I used to play soccer professionally.
Yeah, I
And
thought
well,
you did.
not professionally, but I was really, really good at it. And and I got invited to be on this documentary for National Geographic, and I was like, cool, let's do it. Why not? You know what? There's no harm in that. So I did
Yeah,
it, and then I kind of just really liked being on set, and I didn't know what acting was back then. So then I was like, Mom, what's it called when you're on set and you're doing this stuff? And she was like, you're an actor. And I was like, oh yeah, I want to do that. So then, so then I just spend the rest of my time just trying to become one, and yeah, it's been like it hasn't been that long. It's been like 6 years since I started, maybe
yeah.
less.
Goes by
But
fast though.
yeah, I mean, 6 years is a bit of time, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not even that long. So
That's right. Was
yeah, I'm
it
very grateful
difficult
to.
giving up soccer, or once you found acting, it was like, no, this is my thing?
Yeah, yeah, actually, now that I think about it, yeah, I mean, it was pretty easy for me to just switch like that. I've always been a person that likes to jump on things that interest me.
Yeah.
So, for example, I've developed so many new hobbies over the year. Just whatever interests me, just like that. Oh, I want to do this, and I just do it. So, so yeah, not really. I kept playing soccer as well, but not as intense.
Right.
And then just fully focused on acting a year or so ago. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big change when you go fully into something.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I'm finding that's the same thing with the I'm in my 50s, but
Mhm.
with the podcast, we've been doing this, my son and I, for about 5 years. I just retired in November, and I
Mhm.
retired so I could do the podcast all the time, which
That's
is awesome.
cool.
I love it, but
Mhm.
it's a little scary too.
Yeah,
When you
for
put
sure.
all your effort into something, it makes you just a little nervous, even if you love it.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But then,
So
it just drives you to want to achieve it more because there's no there's no real.
that's it. There's no net. You got no safety net,
Exactly.
and it was like you gotta make it work.
You got to make it work.
Did you do theater or anything in school, or did you just jump straight
Um,
into actual acting?
I didn't do that much theater. I think when I first started off, like when I had first transitioned, I was doing a little bit of theater, but I didn't really like it that much. I don't know. I've been more of a screen actor person myself.
Yeah.
So I've just been doing more so that, commercials, TV shows, movies, all that stuff. Not
Yep.
much theater, but I know I'm thinking of going into theater soon, maybe. Just a lot to learn there. So much to learn there.
Right.
And maybe I might find some things that I could find useful and make some good friends there. So I'll see. I mean, I'm thinking about it, but
Well,
I
I'm
mean that's very.
assuming that you're planning to make acting your career. It's
Hmm.
not just a thing you're doing for now. So yeah, maybe, at some point
Yeah,
you might want to, kind of polish the skills a little bit.
exactly.
I don't know.
Exactly.
You're pretty good now. We love you on Yellowjackets. I
Oh,
mean,
thank you. Thank you
yeah,
so
my
much.
wife and I watched that one, and we're both kind of squeamish, so at times it's kind of hard to
Mhm.
watch, but it's such a good show, and you were great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it was that one. It's an interesting premise, and we've been
Yeah.
lucky enough to have some of the cast come on the podcast, but
Cool.
it's a good show. It's a good
It's a yeah. It's a good
what,
show.
3 seasons now? Is that
Yeah, yeah. Third season
yeah, that's what I
is
thought.
it's yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty great. And then what was the one that um I had to go back and check because I watched but then didn't realize that you were in it was Get Shorty.
Hmm. Oh, that
Yeah.
was so much fun to film. Yeah.
I
I
watched
wasn't in
that
there.
one, but it just had been a little while and I saw you were
Yeah.
in. I was like, oh, let me go back and check that out.
Hmm.
But yeah, you were good there too.
I mean, I was so young there. That was so many years ago. But yeah, even though I wasn't in it for that much, but I still had so much fun filming it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
Hmm.
going to tell you, you have grown up quite a bit since then.
Hmm. Yeah, I would hope so.
Well, you're at that age too that like every year through your teenage years, it's such a big change. You know,
Yeah.
you can grow. Like I remember there was a summer when I turned 12 because I've never been tall, but there was a summer when I turned 12, I grew like 6 inches, and like briefly, I was tall in my class, and then everybody passed
Yeah.
me up, and I don't think I've grown since.
Oh no. I
I
was
got the
yeah, I was super short when I was back in seventh grade. I was like 5'2", I think. And then I grew, yeah, just like you, I grew like 6
That's
inches
how
and
it
then
was for me. I was 5'2" and shot up to 5'8", and then that summer I was taller than most of the class. And then by like Christmas, they had all passed me up. I was like, oh well.
oh well.
I remember going. I went sleigh riding and ran into a tree. Kind of wrapped myself around a tree, and I went to the doctor and they did X-rays and stuff, and I was fine. But he showed me. He's like, you see where this is closed up here. He was looking at my hips. And he's like, yeah, you're not going to grow anymore, which is not what you want to hear when you're like 12.
No, no, definitely not.
I was like, come
That's
on. I thought I
terrible.
was going to be tall.
Oh no. Yeah. Thankfully I've grown quite a little bit since my huge growth spurt, but
Yeah, you can
man.
tell you just keep going. You're
Hmm.
yeah, you're in good shape. Million Little Things was the other one that we really liked.
One of the Little Things was fun to film as
That's a
well.
good show.
Hmm.
It's a good cast. I mean, that's a big cast, but it's a good cast.
Yeah, Big Cat's good. I've been so fortunate and lucky to be on these on these shows that have brought me so much experience.
Yeah.
So I
It's
mean,
not supposed to be that easy.
no,
It's hard to get
definitely,
those type of roles, and you've had several of
yeah.
them.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I'm so fortunate to
Yeah.
be in those positions, even if they're small roles. Even just being on set is like a big learning experience.
Yeah. That's awesome. So the new one is Teacup.
Hmm.
Okay, so tell me about this one. What's it about? What's your role in
Okay, here, let's see how much I can say
it?
without getting in trouble.
That's right.
So Teacup is a show inspired, but not directly one-to-one from the book Stinger.
Oh,
And
okay.
mhm. and um and yeah, my character is Nicholas. He ooh, how much can I say? I don't know. But yeah, I am Nicholas. The show is Teacup, inspired by Stinger,
Yeah.
and cast is amazing. Everybody's super friendly. Everybody's super nice. The crew's amazing as well. We've been filming some stuff that has been really fun, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to you guys seeing it because it's I
Yeah.
think the way it's going is it's I think it'll be a good show.
And it's coming soon, right?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see.
I think I'd seen some teaser stuff on it with
Mhm.
that, but haven't seen anything like an actual trailer yet. But the
Yeah.
show looks great, and I think it's Peacock. Is that where it's going to show?
Peacock, yeah.
Yeah. I was curious because I hadn't seen anything on a date. I'm looking on IMDb see if they had anything.
Mhm.
Yeah, not seeing it. But you play Nicholas.
I play Nicholas, yeah.
So from IMDb, a mysterious danger menaces strangers at a Texas ranch, forcing
Hmm.
them to unite against an unknown threat. Which that's
Hmm.
pretty open ended. It's like, what's the
Hmm.
threat? Are we talking supernatural, alien? Is it just something from here on, Earth? What is the threat? But yeah, if you haven't read the book,
Oh,
no.
who knows? Even if you've read the book, a lot of it is tweaked.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it'll be definitely be a shock and a surprise.
Well,
Mhm.
and we love Yvonne, who's the
Oh,
female
Ivan's
lead. I mean, we love her
amazing.
in Chuck. She's great on the what's the show?
Handmade.
Yes.
Yeah, I got you.
Handmaid. I was like, what is that show? Uh,
Mhm.
love her. I think she's so talented. So that was probably pretty great getting to work with her and some of the rest of the cast because it's a decently experienced cast.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
for
thought that
sure.
Scott Speedman too. It just
Scott's a really good guy as well.
yeah, and Kathy
Cascade
Baker's
as
in that.
well. Kathy as well. Kathy's so nice.
I've been watching Kathy Baker since the '80s. Love her, love her. She used to be on this show. She played the mom on this show called Picket Fences. I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but it's from the '90s and it was a little ahead of its time. Like now, we have a lot of shows that are kind of quirky and a little weird. And that back then there wasn't, but Picket Fences definitely was one of those shows. Very kind of a Twin Peaks type of vibe,
Cool.
but maybe not the supernatural stuff. So it's like Twin Peaks if you took out the supernatural and it's just a bunch of weird townspeople. Picket Fences.
I'll probably check it out. Sounds
You can
fun.
check that out because she's
Yeah.
she's great in it. She's
Yeah.
terrific in it. Well, so how did the role with Teacup come about? Did you just send in a tape or did somebody reach out to you?
I sent in a tape,
Mm-hmm.
and after a little while, I heard back from them. Had a brief meeting with some of with the writer Ian. He is such a nice guy, Ian, and the director for the first few episodes, Evan, and just talked for a little while about the character, about the show, and yeah, from there I got the good news that I got booked, and
Yeah, it's pretty great.
just from there, yeah, I had a bit of an intermission from when I got booked to when I flew out to Atlanta, and I had enough time to say bye to my friends, family, all that
Oh, it's
stuff.
good. Yeah, that's good.
Hmm.
Did it,
And
do you have a preference on doing the tapes and sending them in, or actually being there in person
I
when you're
like doing
talking?
tapes. I know it's like kind of 50-50. A lot of people are either I love doing in-person audition
Right.
or I love doing tapes. But I'm one of those tapes people because no matter how many times you mess up, you can always try again
Yeah, you're in
and
control a little bit.
going exactly, yeah. And and while on set you don't have that liberty of doing 10-ish takes,
Right.
but still it's very valuable to do your tape, look at it, see what you did wrong or see things that you didn't like, and then do it again. And then you remember those types of stuff for next time.
Yeah.
So it's nice to do tapes, yeah.
I'm a introvert anyway. So if
Mhm.
my option was make a tape or be in front of people having to audition, I'd definitely choose the tape for sure.
Me too. Me
But
too.
if you're in person and and you give your take, they might say, well, okay, we'll try it this way. And so you'd
Mhm.
adjust. Where if you're taping, you don't have that option. They look at it, and if they don't like what you did, they just move on. So that's the
Mhm.
disadvantage. But I'm with you. If
Yeah.
I had my choice, I'd prefer
Yeah. I've done, I think it's just also me just being comfortable with doing tapes because what had happened was I started acting a couple years before COVID hit.
right.
So that was all in-person auditions. Every single time I got an audition, it was always in person.
Yeah.
And then when COVID hit, which is when I actually started developing my skills, it just switched to tapes. So I've just been
Yeah.
accustomed, just
Well, that's
yeah,
kind of what I figured. I was like, he probably had to go in person for the first couple years, but since
yeah,
2020, I bet it's been all tapes.
yeah, only tapes, which I can't complain because it's nice. You get to do it on your own schedule. You have your due date, but outside of the due date, you can do it whenever you really want in between that time frame, and you have multiple attempts and
I,
stuff. So
I mean, I think it would be good in that whatever whatever one you settled on, this is the one I like, and you send it in. Well, you liked it, so you're going to feel good about it because you got the take you wanted. Whether it gets the job or not, it's another thing. But at least
Mhm.
you feel good about it. Where if you go in person, maybe you walk out of there, you don't feel too good about it.
Yeah, if you go in
When
there,
you
you
send it
completely
in, it's
vomit.
like I'm good with it, so it's just whatever happens then.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And even if you send in a really good tape and they don't like you for that character specifically,
Yeah.
they can always adjust, make you self tape for a different character or for a different product, a different movie or show. They can still have you in mind and be like, okay, that guy was good there, so let's try to put him here. And
Well,
that's
casting directors, all that they all have good memories, and that's what they
yeah,
do, right? If they're
it's,
like, "Oh, I like this guy, just not for
mhm,
this role," and they just file
yeah,
that way, and then when a role
exactly.
comes up that matches, that's when you hear from them.
Yeah, I mean it's a small world, right? Everybody talks, so yeah.
Yeah, networking is very important in Hollywood. Well, or in the Canadian film industry. I know a lot of the stuff you're doing is for over here, but you're out of Vancouver, and they do a lot of stuff there, in the Canadian industry as well. Vancouver surprised me because I had no idea that a lot of the stuff I was watching that I thought was New York was actually Vancouver.
Right. Yeah, they call it, oh man, forgive me if I completely butcher it, but they call it like the fake city or something like that because a lot of like, you know, places where it takes place in a different place, it's actually takes place in Vancouver in one of the studios or something, or even just in the streets as well.
Yeah, it surprised me. I had no idea. I mean, it
Hmm.
makes sense, because most of the time when you do a movie, you don't need like an actual whole
Yeah.
city scene. You just need a little piece. Well, that could
Yeah,
be anywhere. You can make anything look like anything. But Vancouver just seems like kind of a chameleon. Whatever's needed, Vancouver can do.
exactly.
A
Yeah.
lot of science fiction shows in Vancouver.
Yellowjackets was filmed in Vancouver as well.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah.
that's right. That's right. Yeah, that's pretty good. Is there a genre that you haven't got to do that you would like to try?
Mm, I haven't done many comedy stuff.
Yeah.
So that would be fun to do just to try. I
Comedy, I
really
think,
like
is tough.
I think yeah, comedy is really tough.
Yeah.
It's really it's a skill. It really
It
is.
is because it's kind of like music. It has a rhythm to it. You got to
Mhm.
make sure you're dropping those jokes in the right spot, or they won't.
Timing, yeah, all that stuff. But yeah, I think I'm in my element in drama, that type of stuff. I like a lot. Horror would be so much fun to do. Something like, I don't know, The Conjuring or
I was
something.
gonna
That
say
would be
you
pretty.
got to do a horror movie.
Yeah, for sure. One of these days I'll do one for
Although
sure.
Yellowjacket's a little bit of horror in there.
Yeah, a hint of horror, but I mean like some scary
Yeah,
stuff, you
yeah, you're
know?
talking scary
That
stuff.
would be. So yeah. Yeah. To answer the
Do you want
question.
to be the killer or one of the the victims?
Oh man, that's a good question. I think both. I'd like to be both in different movies. It'd be, oh yeah, being the killer would be fun. Yeah, you can show a lot of your range there, and also you can kind of just let loose and do whatever, right?
I think it'd be
And then,
kind of a neat movie to do it where you've got somebody younger as the killer because you wouldn't
mm,
you wouldn't expect that. You wouldn't suspect them at all.
something like oh, what's like Scream, where like the killer is hidden until the end. The
Yeah.
killer's the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it turns out it's it's the teenager. Everybody be
Mhm.
like, what?
What? Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, that wouldn't be terrible. So what was it like on set with Teacup?
It's nice. So far it's super cool. Like I said, the cast is amazing. So much experience behind some of these guys, and just learning and being on set with them, like it's just ridiculously really cool.
Probably learn a
And
lot.
yeah, I learned, and I'm still learning a lot. And also the crew is just so nice as well. It's just a great ambiance there. Um, but yeah,
The
that's
crew moves
hopefully.
like if you work in the business, you'll run into the same crew quite a bit.
Mhm, mhm.
So yeah, you want to make sure that you get along with them too because you're liable to be working with them several times.
Of course. Always, yeah, always treat everybody with respect. Always. Like I know it sounds like common sense, but some people don't know that. Yeah. Not saying anybody from Tiga production, but just some people in general I know. Just
No,
like,
for sure.
but so far for Teacup, everybody's been super nice.
That's good.
So
That's good because
yeah.
as fans, if the cast doesn't get along, we can kind of tell. The
Mhm.
chemistry gets off, and it's just. I think that's why sometimes shows don't work because maybe the chemistry is not quite right, and it just comes across. And it's not a bad show, but that chemistry's off, and as fans, we kind of pick up on
Something
that. And yeah, we're
something's
like, hey,
off,
I don't
yeah.
know what it's okay, but something's off, and then you just stop watching it. So you
Mhm.
definitely want to show where the cast is getting along.
Yeah. Very important, very important.
Do you have any desire at some point to step behind the camera?
Yes, I think at some point in my career, if everything goes well, I'd love to do a job maybe as a director,
Yeah,
or even, as a producer or executive producer. That would be fun as well. But I think directing would be a lot of fun. I know Maestro with I can't remember his name right now, but Maestro, I think was nominated for a bunch of stuff
oh,
at
Bradley
stuff at
Cooper.
the Oscars. Yeah,
Yeah,
Bradley Cooper, that's his name. He directed that and acted in that,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I
That
think that would
seems
be
like it
fun to
would be
do.
hard.
Yeah, right. Because I was thinking about it. I was like, that's a lot of workload
Yeah,
to act in it as the lead and also direct in it. It's a
it's a
lot.
lot.
Hmm.
If would you, as a director, be hard on yourself as an actor?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I'm.
what I figured too. I
Listen,
think that'd be fun.
I'm my number one fan, but I'm also my number one critic.
Yeah,
So even in self tapes and stuff, after I finish one, I look at it and I'm just like,
yeah.
and I just do it again. Yeah.
It's one of those that like I do that with the podcast. If
Mhm.
I'm not happy with it, it's hard to watch. I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
But
Turn it off.
if I watch and it's good, it's the best feeling. You're just like, ah, yeah, that
Yes.
was a good one.
Yes. I feel the exact same way when I act and I see myself and I'm like, you really did that. Nice. I
Yeah,
feel really proud of myself, you know?
it's a good
But when
feeling.
it's exactly, but then when it's not as good, you're like, just turn
Oh,
it
it's
off.
just crushing.
Exactly.
I'm usually in a bad mood the rest of the day. I'm like, ah.
Oh my God. Yeah, yeah, I can definitely relate.
If you weren't acting, would you be playing soccer or would you be going into a different career?
Maybe I'd be playing soccer. I'm a very competitive person
Yeah.
as well as athletic. So maybe I would have kept going with soccer. I think ultimately maybe I would have found some way to do something with my brother as well. We're very, very close. So we
Yeah.
might find some way to do
That'd be
something
cool.
with that, make some money. Yeah, that'd be cool. Maybe we will do something in the future. We'll see.
Yeah,
But
you
for
start
now,
your own production company. There you go.
that'd be pretty fun. Yeah. But for now, you know, path of my life has led me to acting, and here I am.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Well, after a lot of hard work and a lot of a lot of auditions and self tapes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How's your family take to you acting? Are they pretty supportive or are they like, what's your backup plan?
That's funny. My family is so supportive,
That's
and I
good.
can't thank them enough for that. My dad does everything he can to support me and everything, and my mom, she's here with me in the apartment in Atlanta. She she
Well, she
wants to
probably loves
be
that.
with me. She wants to be with me for every production I do in my life. So so yeah, she's super supportive. They're both super super nice,
Awesome.
and also my even my brothers, my sister, and those guys really supportive as well. What's funny though is when I talk to other people, I don't know, extended family, cousins or anything, they always ask like, so what's your backup plan? And I'm like,
Well, they just want to make
well,
sure you're okay.
yeah, I'm not a very last minute type of guy, but for something I'm very, very passionate about,
Yeah,
I can kind of set aside other things to focus on one thing.
that's good. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, and that's just maturity. As you get older, you kind of like, okay, this is what needs my attention right now.
But yeah, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time with me. I've been looking forward to this one. I can't wait for
Mhm.
the new show. I think it sounds awesome,
It's gonna
and
be amazing.
I know, and I love the cast. So I'm excited about it. Yeah, I was hoping you knew a date. I hadn't seen anything on it, but sometime this year we should get it, right?
Yeah, I'd say like later this year, if by some chance we're really unlucky, it might be earlier next year,
Yeah,
but we'll
it's
see.
coming.
Yeah, it's coming out. Don't worry. It's coming out.
So a couple
Cool.
little things before we wrap up. Anything else that you're working on that we can keep an eye out for?
Not that I can disclose.
Yeah.
Um, so no,
But
right
you
now
are
no.
working on some stuff, I think's what you're saying.
Um, we'll see. Yeah, there's some talks going on,
Yeah, that's
but
good.
but
Yeah,
for
and I
now,
get that. You got to be real careful about that stuff till it's
mhm,
finalized.
yeah, yeah, you have to. And but before now, I'm completely zoned in on Mr. Nicholas and Teacup.
Awesome.
So that's what has my attention right now, and that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah,
So
and that's a lot. That's awesome. So last thing, I assume when something comes up that you're allowed to talk about, you'll put that up on social media. So where can we find you on social media?
Leroux Luciano, or by if you mix it up, just type out my full name, Luciano Leroux, and it should be there.
It
Yeah,
does. It comes right up. Yeah,
I'm
you're
not hard to find.
no, you're easy. I like if you put my name in, there's like 100 of us. There's a
Oh
ton of
man,
Michael Walls, but I put yours in. You're the first one that comes.
Michael Wall. That's a very common name.
Yeah, there's a billion of them. That's like
Oh man.
IMDb. I'm like number 9 or something like that. And I was just happy to get single digits. I was like, I'm going to be like 30.
Cool. Awesome.
Hey, this has
Well,
been great. And please,
of
anytime when
course.
the next big thing comes, just reach out. We'll bring you back on.
Of course. And you've been super nice.
I
You've been
appreciate
seriously super
that.
nice. It's been a
Yeah, it's
pleasure
been
to
a
talk
good
to you.
conversation. I'm a fan. I can't wait to see what you've got coming up next. And I think after Teacup, it's going to start getting busy for you.
We'll see. Hopefully. Time will tell.
That's right. Time will tell. All right, hold on
Cool.
1 second. That was a lot of fun, Luciano Leroux. I think we're going to be hearing a lot from him. So I hope that you enjoyed that one. And please do yourself a favor and help Luciano work out or be successful with his role on Teacup, which is coming out on Peacock. So keep an eye out for that. Going to be a pretty good show, and I think he'll do a great job. He was really good on Yellowjackets, which I think was the role that really helped him take that step into full actor mode. Really good on Yellowjackets. But I think we're going to see a lot more from him, so definitely keep an eye out. Love that you found us. If you're new to us, thank you for being here, and we want you to stay and love to have your support. Our YouTube channel is MeisterCon Pod. Please subscribe. It helps us a ton. We put out episode 750 today. You can see or hear all of those on our website, meistercon.com. So please check us out there as well. Thank you guys so much. Until next time. Bye, everybody. Hi, everybody. I'm once again here to ask for your support. It's been a big year for the Too Opinionated podcast. Back in February, we got to live out a dream, moderate for William Shatner here in our hometown. In May, we passed 100,000 downloads on our YouTube channel, and we followed that up in June with 50,000 downloads on the audio side. We recently posted our 600th episode, which is pretty good volume for just a father and son operation. You know, not too many podcasts can keep that volume up. We've been doing this now for 4.5 years, 600 plus episodes. We recently hit 1,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel, which is a really big deal for us because we've always gotten the views, but have struggled to get people to subscribe. So that 1,000 was a big deal for us. And best of all, we were recently named one of the top podcasts on IMDb, which is the entertainment database. You know, those that are ahead of us, we came in at number 82. Those that are ahead of us are bigger companies like Disney, mostly Marvel, and Joe Rogan, that type of podcast. So for us, being just a small West Virginia father and son podcast, to be in the top 100 out of 15 million, it's a pretty big deal for us. So thank you for everything you've done for us so far. Got a couple little ways, though, that you can help us, and they're free, and they're really easy. If you haven't checked out our YouTube channel yet, please go to YouTube. It's under MeisterCon Pod. Just hit subscribe. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. Really helps us a ton. And maybe even more important, if you could go to IMDb, imdb.com, look up the Too Opinionated podcast, and just look around the page. Just having that traffic on the page really helps us out. So that's a couple easy ways that you can support us, even if you're not listening or watching all of the time. And we want you to listen and watch, because I think that our guest list, I would put up against anybody, any other show, podcast, anybody out there. I think our guest list holds up. So please check us out. You probably will find somebody that you like, or maybe somebody that you didn't know you liked, but kind of discovered them on there. There's tons of that. If you're into music, we have that too. If you like books, we've got authors on there. If you're more into what goes on behind the scenes in the entertainment world, you know, we've got producers, directors, video artists, anything you can think of that happens behind the scenes, we've had them on the show. So definitely check us out. Thank you guys so much. Until next time. Bye, everybody.